Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that? All right. Today, I'm heading out to spend the night out here, try out some new gear, and hopefully cook some decent food. And I'm gonna bring you with me. Check out this beauty. Beautiful water. All right, we are out here now. So I'm heading out here to spend the night. This is on our home acreage here in Alabama. Ooh, look at this guy. Man, look at that. Kind of wicked looking. Man, they are everywhere out here. I need to maintain this trail better. So as I was saying, I'm out here on the home acres in Alabama and going to spend the night out here to test out some gear for the bigger trip that I have coming at the end of next week that I'm gonna do with Gabe, which is the Manistee River Trail Loop in Michigan, 20 miles. So obviously I wanna make sure that I have everything that I need and that everything that I need works properly. So that's the purpose of me being out here tonight. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cook some good food. I'm moving kind of slow right now because I have not been on this trail in quite a while. And frankly, I don't feel like running into any snakes today. So there's that part. And there's a lot of spider webs. I don't mind the spiders, but I do not like snakes. I'm gonna go down here to this waterfall. Check this out. Beautiful. So blessed to be able to live on this land. So this is the other way that the trail goes. It goes down that way, but I'm gonna go up this higher trail that we made up this ridge, which I hope is not a mistake because I don't think any of us have been up here in quite a while. So we're gonna go see what's up here. Barely even see the trail anymore. The deer out here like to use the trails that we make as game trails. So I'll show you what I'm walking on here. Man, this is I'm gonna try to get on this tree and get off the ground. Well, there's a bigger tree. Well, there's the trail right there. So grown up, I can't even tell where it is anymore. I need to maintain this better. Ooh, that is thunder. There's thunder. So I'm up here on this ridge. And I honestly don't know if I'm gonna find a spot up here to camp, because it's all kind of course it's sloped, and I don't really want to camp on the top of the ridge up here. I'm sure there's some flat spots, but what was that? I'm sure there's some flat spots, but that takes me away from the creek. And I want to be by the creek. I want to hear the creek at night. And if I need to rinse off or anything like that, I have that water source right there to do that. Oh yeah, here, look. Look what's right between my feet. See that? That, ladies and gentlemen, is barbed wire. So there's that. I don't want to turn the camera off because I haven't been up here in so long. So if, you know, hopefully nothing bad, but if anything happens, I want to have it on camera, of course, like anybody would. Okay, so here's what I think I'm gonna do. This trail right here, so I just came from this way, walking there, and this trail leads from where I'm standing down to a ledge down there, which leads down to a trail that is on the creek. And I think that is where I'm gonna need to go to be able to find a good spot to camp by the creek. So I'm gonna do that. No hornets, no snakes. Not today, please. I'm trying to look at least 2 feet ahead of me so that I can see what's in front of me. More barbed wire. All right. Here's the fun part of this hike. This is where I'm currently standing. Dips down. The creek is right down there. And there's a ledge down there. So that's where we're gonna try to go. Not just to the ledge, but to the creek. So let's see. The thing that I don't like about these tight trails like this is you can't see or anticipate what's around the corners, because the corners are like 90-degree angles. There's this beautiful rock shelf right here, which would probably be the perfect place for a rattlesnake. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Zeke's Peak, as you can see. And my son's name is Zeke. So I think what we're gonna do is throw the chest mount on, climb down, lean forward onto this tree, and walk myself down with my gear on. So I'm gonna switch to the chest mount. All right, here we go. Scaling Zeke's Peak with all my gear on. I do not need to fall off a cliff. Ugh. my bag's getting hung. Whew. Caught that right in time. Okay. All right. It's getting windy. It's getting cloudy. So you know what that means. So I'm gonna go this way along the creek and find a spot to set up, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so as you can see, I got the tent set up. It's very hot in here. And I was gonna have the rain flies open. Apple Maps lied to me. Yeah, that's thunderstorms. I think there's rain forecasted for the next hour. So this is where I'm gonna be, in a nice sweaty hot box of a tent. So we'll see. And it wasn't Apple Maps that lied to me, it was Apple Weather. Apple Maps does not show weather, Apple Weather does. So I like Apple Maps, it's Apple Weather I have a problem with. They're hardly ever accurate. So what I am gonna do is get up, get out, get in the vented air, and see if I can't use some of these waterproof matches to get a fire going. We will see. Yeah, my stomach's growling. Alright, I'm gonna go try to find some kindling. Found some dry pine straw, believe it or not. The good thing about it raining is that it did create a wet environment so that this fire doesn't spread. I don't have to worry much about it spreading to places that I don't want it to. Man, apparently these matches need a lot of oxygen to burn. You see that? These just go out, man. Watch this. They just burn the tip. They don't burn the end of the stick. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to go find some drier pine straw and a lot more of it. This is what I call a pine straw torch.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
Hey, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm just getting my fire going. It got a little hot in the tent for a little bit because I had to stay in there to get out of the rain, but other than that, it hadn't been too bad. Well, it took a little bit of time, but I built a fire after the rain because it's getting late. All right, our fire kind of fell down here, which is actually kind of what we want. Set it right in there. I'm gonna cover it up with hot coals. Just kind of work it into the base of this fire. That is a hot fire, boy. And make a nice little baked potato. All right, I've got my baked potato going in the coals right there. I've got a little pot of water going right here for some tea. Got my little chair set up over here, my tent's there. All right, I've got my baked potatoes cooking still. I switched my water over to my little pocket stove over here so that it could get boiling and not get ash in it. Had a bunch of ash in the pot. So I'm gonna be pulling this potato off of here pretty soon, checking to see if it's done. If it is, I'm gonna eat and make my tea, drink my tea, and probably chill out for a little bit. Watch this. This is with the headlamp off. My lovely wife was kind enough to give me a pack of this elderberry lemon balm tea. There is something sitting right in front of me. I'm sure you probably can't see it from here, but I can see its eyes glowing. It's a small animal. I'm gonna go see what it is. What are you? Is that a frog? It is, a big old frog. He's right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you see him? He's right there. Nice old leopard frog. Hey buddy, where you going? Look at you. Watch this thing jump. Man, they jump so high. Watch this. Man, look at that. That's crazy. Speaking of animals, I can hear packs of coyotes walking around on the other side of the ridge there. And I'm not very fond of that because I forgot my gun. So I may just be enjoying a nice evening out and heading back in. But for right now, I'm gonna switch this back to red. And I'm gonna enjoy my potato and my tea. Should be nice and steeped by now. Danielle said that I would like this, so we're gonna see. Not too bad. Pretty good. I don't know, I've never really been a fan of tea. It's so, like, weak to me. The only tea I'm a fan of is sweet tea, as you can probably tell. Alright, I'm gonna check on that and see how it's doing. That wasn't a beetle. That was a lightning bug. That thing just landed on my toenail and lit up. Ah, there goes a piece of my potato. That's what I get for being focused on freaking lightning bugs. Dadgummit. Well, something's gonna enjoy that. And I'm gonna be out of here before it does. Alright, I'm finishing this and I'm packing up and I'm gonna head in. I don't have my gun and I know that there's coyotes walking around because I've all but seen them. I don't want to put myself in a dangerous situation. I doubt that anything would happen, but I don't know how many they are and I don't know how big they are. I did accomplish what I came out here to do. I tested all my gear out. Everything works really good. I like everything that I got. I like the brands. I'm gonna do an actual review on everything that I'm using. I'm not necessarily worried about the duration of being out here as much as I am running through everything and using everything. So I'm gonna finish this piece and get packed up. I am heading back in. I'm all packed up and I am hiking out. But I will take this time to talk about next week. There's a big spider web. So next week I am going on Thursday to Indiana from Alabama. It's about a 9-hour drive. And I'm going to go to Gabe's house and stay the night there Thursday night. We are then going to get up Friday morning early, and we are going to leave his house. We were going to drive to Chicago and pick up another friend, but he could not make it. So we're going to leave his house, probably stop by REI on the way out, and we are going to, oh, that was a thorn. We are going to drive to Manistee, Michigan, which will put us at the 20-mile Manistee River Trail Loop. We're going to start that Friday afternoon. We're going to be out there Friday evening, all day Saturday, Saturday night, half a Sunday, come back Sunday, and then I'm going to drive back Monday. There's something sitting. What is that? What? Son, tell me that doesn't look like an animal. I didn't know if there was a fox or an owl. I'm bad about that sometimes. Me and my father-in-law were hunting out here one time up by the pasture, and I thought I saw a deer, and it wasn't a deer. I went from a deer to thinking that it was a bird, to thinking that it was a rabbit, to thinking that it was a groundhog, and then to thinking that it was just a tree nub. And he got on me pretty hard about that. It was pretty funny. I don't know why my eyesight is so bad at night, but it just is. Look at this green light, man. This headlamp is awesome. I have arrived at the creek. Now is my time to cool off and rinse off before I get back to the house. Let me see where I can go across. Okay. Whoa, that was almost bad. My little exit's right up here. Ah, that was a thorn. You wonder why I go barefoot? Well, because bears don't wear shoes. Well, that was quite nice. So nice, in fact, that I am walking now wearing nothing but my underwear. All right, we are here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get cleaned up, go inside, get some rest. I will get on here in the morning.